What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass. In the last episode, we took on Maze Island and won several fabulous prizes. But we're done here, so in this episode, let's set sail, and this time, we will finally land on one of the major islands on this part of our sea chart, and start looking for the last pure metal. So for right now, we are done with side questing, I promise. Anyways, let's draw a line all the way over to this island, which is the Isle of the Dead, and see what we can find over there, because obviously, if you look on your map, the island directly below us is sort of being blocked by a giant cyclone, so we can't really dock there right now. I'm sure we'll figure out what we can do to get rid of that a little bit later on. So for now, we'll just explore the Isle of the Dead. Now, speaking of side questing, I'd like to say that we're almost done with this game, but every time I say that in a Let's Play, I'm always wrong. Like, I'm always off by like 15 to 20 episodes. So if I say that now, it'll probably be like 15 to 20 episodes before we even finish this Let's Play, which I really don't think is going to be the case, because plot-wise, we're actually very, very close to being at the end. But side questing-wise, there's still a lot that we need to accomplish. Like, we need to collect all the treasure maps, then go and pick them up off the bottom of the seafloor, as well as like that fishing minigame, get all the power gems, stuff like that. Plus, there's like one particular set of ship parts that I do want to collect, and it just so happens that they're like the hardest parts to come by, so yeah, that's not going to make it any easier. Doesn't really matter though, because we'll get it all done eventually. For now though, let's really not worry about that, and instead get ready to dock on the Isle of the Dead, which sounds like a really creepy name, but honestly guys, it's really not all that bad. So welcome to the Isle of the Dead. So really, besides like, you know, the dead skeletons out in the open, this place, it ain't so bad like I was saying. Seems deserted for now, but this place wasn't always empty. I wonder if there is some secret hidden here somewhere. How about you, kid? What are you doing? I'll be fixing the ship. Go find yourself some adventure on the island. Alright, Lineback, you stay here. Anyways, I did see a post box, and we do have a postcard to mail, so what do you say we do that right now? Good day to you. What do you have for delivery? And yes, I would like to send this postcard. Accepted, thanks. And thank you for supporting your fine postal system. No problem, dude. Alright, so eventually we should get a reply from that postcard, and maybe if we're lucky, we'll actually get some sort of, like, crazy prize. Who knows, though? Let's explore this cave. Look on top of that desk. There's a book there, Link. Ah, indeed there is. In fact, there are several books here, so what do you say we read them? The Journal of the Esteemed Explorer McNay. Normally on a map, up is north, down is south, right is east, and left is west. But looking at a map today, I discovered the secret of this island. This island is shaped like the profile of someone wearing a crown. He's looking east, and if you look closely, you can see his eye and mouth. I'm betting there is a big secret about the Cobble Kingdom hidden here. I still haven't found the treasure that is supposed to be in this room. Tomorrow I'm planning to go to the temple on the northeastern corner. It's time to prove what I wrote in the articles for the Explorer's Compass. There is supposed to be some absurdly cryptic puzzle or trick there. But with my keen explorer sense, I should have it solved before lunch. I will find the Aquanine and show them all. Aquanine? Do you think the pure metal is on this island? It might be. Well, it's worth looking. There's a bunch of books around, let's read them all. Alright, before we do that though, like that journal said, if you look on your map, like, this section is sort of the eye that he was talking about, and right below it is the mouth, so we'll draw some teeth to sort of like define it and make it easier to see, because that will come in handy a little bit later on. So now that is done, let's read the rest of these books, shall we? Explorer's Compass, Riddle of the Lost Ancient Civilization. Volume 1, The Riddle of the Cobble Kingdom Civilization. In seas ruled by the Ocean King, the cultural Cobble Kingdom soared above all. It was more glorious than any other city until it vanished from history. Ruled by the king and his 4 knights, the temple once held great treasure. Alright, interesting. Let's go on. Explorer Compass, Riddle of the Lost Ancient Civilization. Volume 2, Hidden Treasure, the Aquanine. 3 great treasures are hidden around these seas. One is the Aquanine. Legend has it, there is but one of each of these pure metals in this world. Legend also says that one of the pure metals is kept in the Cobble Kingdom. Getting closer. Let's keep going. Explorer's Compass, Riddle of the Lost Ancient Civilization. Volume 3, Lost Kingdom, Where did the Island of Dreams go? Some say there is treasure in the Cobble Kingdom, but no one has seen the island. Only the ancient legend remains. Some say it is an island of dreams. Proof must be found on the Isle of the Dead to reach the Cobble Kingdom. I wonder what that proof is. Well, let's keep reading. Explorer's Compass, Riddle of the Lost Ancient Civilization. Volume 4, The Small Island of the Cobble Kingdom. In the area of ocean near the Cobble Kingdom, there is an uncharted isle. Wonders are commonplace in this kingdom of dreams. Well, that last one was kinda cryptic. Anyways, from the first journal, the dude did say that he didn't find a secret that was in this room, so if we grab our bombs, and really the only wall that we can bomb in here that isn't blocked by anything is this one, so sure enough, once this bomb explodes, you'll see that there is a crack in the wall, even though it really doesn't show. Anyways, yeah, in this next room, it's not really treasure that we find right off the bat. Instead, it's a floor riddled with rue pores, so do your best to try and not pick any of these up, because if you do pick them up, obviously you will lose rupees. So I'm going to try and go through here very, very carefully and avoid all the rue pores if I can, and try and use your bow to like snipe these keys, just because they will try and like knock you back into the rue pores and make you pick them up. But if we make our way to the end, we actually will get ourselves some real treasure. I guess since we're not really doing too much right now, I do want to apologize very quickly if I sound a little bit off today. Allergies are kind of bothering me, so not a whole lot that I can do about that, unfortunately. Anyways, we did make it to the end safe and sound, didn't pick up a single rupee, so now we can get all our nice rewards like a ton of rupees and 4 chests. So let's open these bad boys up and see what we get. We got an iron anchor, which I'm pretty sure we actually already have, and I think that's the one that's currently on our ship, so that actually kind of stinks that we already got a double. Anyways, a treasure map, I'll take that, at least it's something new. Let's see what else we've got. A courage gem, awesome, I will always take one of those. And last but not least, we got a elegant chimney. I'm pretty sure that is something new, so that's kind of cool. Maybe we'll put that on our ship next time we go back to Merkay Island. Not really sure. Alright, so that's all like the real treasure in this area, so let's just get out of here again, trying to avoid all these rupees. I don't want to pick up a single one of them, and good, we made it safe and sound. Alright, let's explore the rest of this island and make our way towards the temple, because I kind of want to follow in the footsteps of the explorer McNay and figure out what he did. And wow, I thought I was like far enough away from that to not get sucked up. You know what? I'm just going to run past you guys. Alright, so we got some new enemies. These guys are Stalfos. They're not really new to the Zelda series, but I think it's their first appearance in this game so far. I'm going to kind of ignore them actually and just go straight to the temple because there's really no particular reason to fight them. Alright, so let's see if we can find Mr. McNay and maybe get some advice from him because he's, you know, a well-versed explorer. The sacred tree grows from the king's chin, west 13 and north 7. The path of the graveyard where the 6 sages dwell, hidden underground. Alright, so that's actually kind of a clue, and you're gonna want to mark that down. So let's just do W13 and N7, kind of like Mass Effect actually. Anyways, let's go and read this other stone tablet. The resting place of the 4th Knight Brant of the Cobble Kingdom. Phantom corridor ahead. Those without the way of the 6 sages are doomed. Alright, so this area kind of acts like the Lost Woods. Unless you know the correct path to go, you'll end up like repeating sections over and over and over again. So before we follow McNay's path, let's get out of here and do what that first gossip stone said and go over to the chin of the king on this map. So that's kind of why like I drew the eye and the teeth, just so we know that like this area is the chin. And now what you want to do is count out west 13 steps and north 7. So use like these sort of stone tiles as your guide. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now up 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So about right here, if we take out our shovel and dig, well, check it out, we found a hole. So let's jump inside. And hey, check it out, it's kind of like this weird looking cave thing. And there is a bombable wall in front of us, so let's blow this up and see what's on the other side. Should be something good. And sure enough, it's another treasure room. Hooray, rupees and all sorts of good stuff. I mean, I guess McNay was right when he said that, you know, the Cobble Kingdom was a rich kingdom because there are rupees everywhere. Anyways, let's see what's inside this chest. We got ourselves a power gem. Very nice. I'll always take one of those. And let's see. Nothing special. So what do you have to say, Mr. Stone? Face west from the King's Eye and shoot an arrow. Alright, so again, that is referring to the King's Eye on the map that we drew. So now we just gotta find a way up there, but thankfully, this cave has us covered. So, let's just follow this path, and eventually, we will make our way there. Be careful of these boulders, though, because, oh wait, never mind, they only do like half a heart of damage, so not really that big of a deal. For whatever reason, I thought they did like a full heart of damage, but I guess not. Alright, so let's just head up these stairs now, and we should be at a new section of this island. Alright, so here we are on the King's Eye, but before we go and shoot an arrow, make sure you go off to the right and grab this chest, because inside is a treasure map. Hooray! So now that we got that, we're pretty much in the clear. Let's just go and shoot an arrow off to the west at this switch, and bam, there you go. Can open up the way to the graveyard, and that's where these 6 sages are sort of slumbering beneath their graves. So hopefully, we can figure out the pathway through the temple. Here rest the 6 sages to whom the way to the temple is known. Those who do not know will never pass the Phantom Corridor. Alright, well, this is the place I want to be, so let's start checking out some of these gravestones. I am the first sage. Go north through the first room. Alright, so you're going to want to mark this down. So I guess I'll just draw like a bunch of arrows. So this one will be north. Let's check out the next gravestone. I'm the second sage. Go east through the second room. Alright, so it looks like we're going east. And let's talk to the next sage, or read the next stone. I'm the third sage. Go east through the third room. Alright, cool. Looks like we're going east again. Now let's find the next sage. I'm the fourth sage. Go north through the fourth room. Alright, seems easy enough, I suppose. Let's just go north then. And the fifth sage. Where are we going? Oh, hello there. Get out of here, man. In my way. I'm the fifth sage. Go north through the fifth room. Alright, looks like we're going up one more time then. And all that's left is the sixth sage. So let's go and read this gravestone. I am the sixth sage. The sixth room is where Brant was laid to rest. Alright, so it seems like the sixth room is just the end of the area altogether. So now, we should have everything we need to navigate the temple and get to the end. So let's test our theory. And hopefully we can find, like, you know, the pyramidal or McNay or something like that, you know, anything really. So this is technically the first room. Let's head up and see what we can find. Alright, there's a skeleton here. Let's talk to it. Who knew it would come to this? My name is McNay. Oh no, I was once a famous explorer. I entered before solving the entrance puzzle and came to the Phantom Corridor. But I could not get out, and look what happened. This maze is madness. If you don't know which way to go, you'll end up walking in circles. Circles. If I keep going down, I should be able to reach the entrance. If you haven't solved the puzzle yet, find the entrance while you can. Otherwise, you'll end up like me and run out of energy before you're able to find the exit, cursed to remain here forever. Well, it looks like McNay didn't make it very far, but thankfully we already solved the puzzle, so we are good to go. Let's just keep going left or right rather, for one more room. And now all we gotta do is go up twice, and we will be at the end of this area. Not a really hard puzzle. All the other skeletons will just tell you to go to the end if you didn't solve the puzzle yet, but we made it. And that grave is where Brant was laid to rest, so let's talk to his spirit. This is where the dead of the Cobble Kingdom long ago fallen lay at rest. I am one of the 4 knights chosen by the king. I am the 4th knight, Brant. Those spirits you have with you, they are power, wisdom, and courage, yes? Why are the 3 spirits of the Ocean King with you? Well, I can't believe what has happened to the Ocean King while we slept. So that is why you are looking for the Aquanine. We grew rich under the Ocean King's protection. We must do something. I believe that our King Mudo has the Aquanine that you are looking for. If you explain your quest, you may convince him to give it to you. Venture forth through the door. Alright, I mean, I guess King Mudo might be up ahead, and if all we gotta do is talk to him and get the Aquanine, that's pretty dang easy, a lot easier than going through a temple. Alright, let's open up this chest, and inside is the Regal Necklace. That's not really what we were looking for. King Mudo, the holder of the Aquanine, is not here. He's on the island that is guarded by a rock wall, the Isle of Ruins. You'll need that Regal Necklace to get there. That will calm the cyclone at the entrance, so that your boat may pass. There, look for the 3rd knight, Bremer. Got it? Go now, I must return to my slumber. I probably mispronounced that 3rd knight's name, but you guys can feel free to correct me in the comments. Anyways, now that we got this necklace, we can actually calm that cyclone that was blocking our way that we were talking about earlier on, and go and find Muto. But you know what, we're going to do that in the next episode, so if you guys enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again guys, my name is Matt, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.